Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of X Malice along Takeru Sasazuka's route. This is going to be his good ending, or actually his good ending may have already started. I'm not exactly sure where I'm ending up breaking this video, because I'm putting this in after the fact. The video ended up being way too long and I have to split it once I get it in the editor. So wherever this happens to end up, let's continue on from there. You could just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Thank you for the food today.
Well, I had to feed you from time to time.
There you go again, treating me like a pet. Because it was Christmas Eve, there were couples everywhere. A part of me envied them, but a bigger part of my psyche just decided to give up. I'm not good enough right now. I'm just leaning on him. This isn't the relationship I can push forward. When I realized that, I had stopped walking, and the distance between Sasazuka and I gradually widened.
What's wrong?
Sasazuka noticed I'd stopped walking and turned around. I couldn't bring myself to smile properly. Come on, work it out.
What's with that look? I didn't bully you at all today.
I'm sorry, it's just, I feel so pitiful. I'm your partner, Sasazuka, but I'm not that useful. You gave me this reward, but I don't think that I have any right to it.
What are you, stupid?
I'm sorry.
That's not it. You're misunderstanding.
I am?
You're the reason I was able to hold back, Ichika Hoshino.
Huh?
Every time I thought about joining Adonis, I was reminded of your face about to cry. When I thought that you'd cry when I went away, for some reason that calmed me down. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, I didn't want to make you cry. That's the reason I pushed Adonis away.
My heart beat faster.
No one else can do that. It's not just about being partners. Your existence has become that important to me.
There's no mistaking those words. Sasazuka took my hand while saying that.
It's this hand that pulled me back. That, by itself, is very valuable to me.
Sasazuka.
Remember that, all right? That's all.
Oh God, that face. He looks like, how dare you make me blush. He tried to hide his bashful expression by turning away from me while drawing my hand. His warm hand acknowledged me. It made me feel valuable. What should I do? This isn't fair. If he says that to me... The heat built up in my cheeks. The emotions and words that were bottled up inside couldn't be contained any longer. Well, time for me to make a move. Go, Ichika!
Ichika.
I love you. I love you, Sasazuka. You're more to me than an investigation partner. I always want to be by your side. Compared to you, I'm not that smart, and I'm not that good with words. I know full well that I'm still not good enough to stand alongside you right now. But I'll work hard until I am. I'll do anything for you, Sasazuka. Just like I did when you tested me the time before. I'll work hard until you acknowledge me. So, please give me an answer to not just be your partner, but your lover as well. I know this was pitiful for me to say. I had tears in my eyes as I clung on to him, and I pleaded to him about wanting to be together. If he decided to call me a pet at this moment, I really had no comeback for that. As expected, Sasazuka responded with a powerless sigh.
What are you, stupid? Lover, a chance. I was wondering what you were going to say. You're already mine, stupid.
Huh?
Can't you see it? Do I have to explain everything to you?
But Sasazuka, you never even hinted at it once. Yeah, you did just a couple minutes ago.
You stupid cat. I wouldn't ask a girl out I don't like on Christmas Eve. I already thought we were lovers, stupid. Now it's like I was in a one-way relationship.
Stop calling me stupid. If that's so important to you, why didn't you make sure I knew by telling me something?
Shut up. What's wrong with calling someone stupid stupid? You're too dense stupid.
Even though his words may have been harsh, Sasazuka's tone was so gentle. Yep, I get the Maneo treatment. Soon, silence came between us. With a shaky voice, I said this. You can call me a stupid or dense person. It's my fault for not noticing, but... Please say it.
I love you, Ichika. You will be by my side. Let go of my arm for a second. I can't kiss you like this.
Aww. The kiss today was sweeter than our last. I felt our hearts connected with this deep kiss. But that wasn't enough for me. I apologized to Kazuki in my mind, but I knew I wouldn't be making that curfew tonight. We would whisper love in each other's ears until the morning sun shone on our skin. This day, this night, there will...
I love you. Don't make me say that. Jeez.
It was the happiest Christmas of my life. And we're still going! December 25th, Christmas Day. Hello, Mochida. It's lunchtime, so I'm going on break. The moment lunchtime arrived, I ran out to the hallway without even waiting for a response. To see Sasazuka? The day after Christmas Eve. Why did they just say Christmas Day? Did they not actually even acknowledge Christmas? It's just Christmas Eve, that's the only holiday, there's no Christmas Day. I was walking happily down the hallway to meet Sasazuka since we promised to have lunch. What is this feeling? I feel like I'm walking on clouds. That's love, dear. We went to work from the same home, and we said goodbye after promising to have lunch. Those simple things brought me so much happiness for some reason. Oh, now's not the time to be in a daze. He'll sulk if I make him wait, so I better hurry. Hey, Hoshino. No time, Sakuragawa. Oh, Sakuragawa. You seem to be in high spirits. How was the night on Christmas Eve? Huh? Did our advice work? Don't tell me that you weren't talking now. We're buddies, aren't we? Sakuragawa wrapped her arm around my neck. I didn't know how to answer her. How much could I tell her? While I was still worrying about that, we came to an open space and...
Come here.
Huh? Saved by Sasazuka. I'm grabbed by the arm and forcibly separated from Sakuragawa. Sasazuka! Hey, Sasazuka. You came at the right time. I was just talking with Hoshino about...
She's mine. Don't get in the way.
Huh?
Only I get to tease her. See you later.
Oh no! The girl's rights to tease me have been revoked. Sasazuka walked away holding my arm, while he ignored the dumbfounded Sakuragawa.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, yes! Wait for me! We walked through the hall, and then down the stairs as Sasazuka moved with stomping footsteps. Seen from behind, it must look like he's in a pretty foul mood. Jeez. Even after we left the station, he was still acting the same way. What, you didn't even like me talking to Sakuragawa? You want to lock me away somewhere? You want to be a yandere as well as a tsundere? When we stopped at a red light, I cautiously tried to get him to talk. Did I do something?
When you were talking with Sakuragawa, why did you hesitate?
Oh, you wanted me to tell them my business? Huh? Because...
You should have just told her that you belonged to me. Or what? Did you want to hide what's going on between us?
That's not true. I just felt embarrassed on the spot. Saying that I have a lover is a bit embarrassing. I'm sure Sasazuka wouldn't understand the way that the girl thinks. Guys are usually the ones that are more private. He started mumbling something without listening to me.
Sakuragawa's a woman, so that's fine. But I better make sure I mark my territory while we're still in Shinjuku. I can't even let her out of my sight.
What are you talking about? Right as I said that, his soft lips pressed themselves against mine, and my words were stuffed back into my mouth. That's right, marking your territory out in public. That doesn't look like a very comfortable kiss, though. Sasazuka! He mouthed my lower lip, as if to tell me to shut up, and that caused my shaking to stop. You need to do this in front of the guys at the office and at the station. What's another good picture of him? He does look manly here, too. The roughness of his kiss felt like he was channeling his annoyances into his lips in order to brand himself onto my lips. It was more like an act of stealing on my lips rather than an act of stealing a kiss. I sensed the feeling of my body growing weak, like he had stolen my heart.
Listen to me. You're mine.
I love that kind of talk. Yes. He whispered that between my lips, and I timidly responded.
Don't wag your tail for anyone else, even if they feed you.
I never asked for anyone to feed me. I would never.
You sure?
I don't even have a tail. Yes.
Good.
Sasazuka seemed to be the type of boyfriend that liked to monopolize someone. His mood suddenly improved as he flashed a grin at me. I love that snarky half grin of his.
You look like you want more. You still want seconds?
No, I'm fine. Yeah, if only he just had different hair and different eyes. I never really liked big eyes on guys.
Then, let's go eat. It's my special right to feed you.
Stop treating me like a pet. Never. This guy is so mean. But I found myself deeply in love with him, despite all of his flaws. Jeez, really? The signal turned green and he walked off, so I follow him. I jumped on his back without saying anything, and I wrapped my arms around his neck.
Hey, let go, stupid.
I'm marking my territory too. No way! I'm not letting go. I took his arm and started walking. This time, instead of being dragged, I walked alongside him. We held hands like lovers. And then we went into the ending credits. And after the ending credits, we'll have our epilogue. It was a nice route, but yeah, I'm still loving Okazaki the most and Shiraishi second. Yanagi third, and then Sasazuka and Enomoto tie for third for me. Tie for fourth for me. I like them, they're just not... I just don't love them, you know? At least not as much as the other three guys. I love them in their own ways. They are sweeties. Just not quite my type. But yeah, Okazaki, man, he's like almost the epitome of my type. I love him so, so much. Presented by Otomate, and here we go with the epilogue. The history of the Shinjuku quarantine and the subsequent lifting due to the X-Day incidents. X-Day incident. Starting with the video on April 1st last year, the string of terrorist attacks by an organization called Adonis occurred in the Shinjuku ward of Tokyo. Like clockwork, heinous murders occurred every month, causing the national government to take extreme action. Shinjuku quarantine. Firearm and sword possession control law, and the repeal of the Swords and Firearms Control Law. Seen as a reckless act, the government forced through the quarantine of the Shinjuku ward and its inhabitants and required them to carry a firearm. That countermeasure proved to be almost completely useless, as the incidents continued to occur. The string of incidents were brought to a near conclusion in late December, just as the day that Adonis had designated as X-Day drew near. Nearly 1 month later, the police were reclaiming guns from the public. They're working day and night to tie up any loose ends in order to lift the quarantine. Still working on that, huh? Phew, that's about right. I've been staring at the screen for so long that my joints felt like they've calcified. I rested my hands from typing and stretched my shoulders with a big sigh. I'll revise it tomorrow morning and...
65 points.
Huh? Sasazuka, how long have you been there?
As a whole, it's not bad, but parts of it are really too subjective.
This is just a draft. Don't look at it.
Huh. You're writing that to show others. Why would you hide it?
'Cause it's not finished. It's just a draft. As usual, Sasazuka didn't mince words. He just shrugged his shoulders. He then turned back to face me.
Anyway, from the looks of it, I guess you're pretty busy too.
Too? So cybercrimes is also pretty busy?
Yeah, we have a lot of cleanup to do. Just not as much as you guys in special prevention.
It was just as Sasazuka said. Even though the X-Day incident had finally been resolved, our work as police officers hasn't ended. We get reports like there's someone with a gun running around, or reports of traffic accidents might have been caused by Adonis. There have been countless reports to SRCPO, and we have been subsequently dispatched to investigate.
Most of them are just complaints, right? You should just ignore them.
We can't do that. People in Shinjuku are still worried. If the police want to rebuild our reputation, we need to try and do everything we possibly can. After these incidents, we really need to work hard to regain the people's trust. I made a fist to motivate myself, but Sasazuka didn't say anything. He didn't tease or reprimand me. He just looked at me with a little smile.
You've changed. You're more like a cop now.
Huh?
When I first met you, you were blind to danger, and you couldn't assess situations. Oh, I thought you were just a random girl wearing a cop costume.
You can compliment me or make fun of me, but stick to one.
Then I'll make fun of you.
Of course you would pick that. I'd prefer compliments here.
Yeah, you did well.
Though it's a little late for that. I thought Sasazuka was woefully terrible at giving compliments.
Never mind that. You can go home today, right? Then get ready. You have 1 minute. Go.
Why do I have a deadline for that? I'll get changed right away, but you're going to have to give me at least 5 minutes. Good for you, sticking up for another 4 minutes. I looked down on the town as dusk settled in, and Sasazuka and I walked back to his home. It makes me so impatient. The incident has been solved, but it'll still take time before Shinjuku is completely returned to normal.
Not all of the members of Adonis have been apprehended yet.
But all the people directly involved with monthly murders have been apprehended.
Yeah, but all their memories relating to the incidents have been wiped out. Like Manabu Soda, and that included Akito Sera.
Akito Sera. The moment I heard that name, I felt a dull ache in my chest. Akito was found at Adonis's hideout and was taken into custody and was currently still in jail. The last time I saw him was when I accompanied Kazuki to visit him.
See? Check this out, Akito. This is a picture of us together with Ishiki at the studio. And this is the guitar pick you gave me before the concert in December. You don't remember any of it?
Sorry, Hoshino. Akito, like Manabu Soda, had lost all their memories after they made contact with Adonis. He and Kazuki had become good friends after Akito made contact with Adonis, apparently. In the memories Akito retained, Kazuki was just another classmate of his. I'm sorry I can't remember, but I think that's for the better.
What do you mean?
Hoshino, I heard you're going to be taking your music career seriously. If that's true, it's better that we forget about each other. Akito smiled, with a seemingly transparent face. Ironically, that smile was the same one that Kazuki knew better than anyone. Ishiki lost his chance at going professional because of being framed for that crime. If you ever go pro, it'll be a huge negative if they see that you played a song that was composed by a murderer. So, Hoshino.
Stop it!
Kazuki?
What are you doing?
Kazuki punched the acrylic divider between us, causing the jailer to intervene. But Kazuki couldn't hold the pent-up words and emotions inside any longer.
You said I had talent. You were the one who encouraged me. Don't tell me that you don't remember any of it. You dragged me all the way out here, and now you're just gonna say it's better to say goodbye? That's a bunch of crap, Akito.
Hoshino.
I'll make you remember all those memories that you've forgotten. If you want to say we're not friends anymore, then we'll just start over and become friends again. Don't run away, fool. I'm not going to go pro without the songs you composed.
Oh, I'm so glad he's trying to forge the new friendship. Heh, here it totally would not make any difference at all if the composer was a well-known criminal. In fact, that might actually make the record sell even better. Our visitation ended right there. I was also reprimanded for it. Why was I reprimanded for it?
Your brother's stupid. Then again, it's just like him.
Yes, really. He's so straightforward, it's blinding. Oh, right, big sister. Can you do me a favor and tell Kazuki to stop messaging me? That was Akito's response to getting Kazuki's messages back then. Akito was a criminal that murdered out of revenge. That couldn't be denied, and he would have to pay for his crimes. But even if he was a criminal, he had a friend who cared deeply for him. That was a very important thing. Oh. Ah, we're back at Sasazuka's place. Wait for me, Sasazuka. I'm almost done.
The whole place smells like curry.
It's a good smell. Well, it depends on what kind of curry. The owner of the apartment makes this snide remark while lazing about on the sofa, but I just ignored it. I plated up some salad and turned the heat off the stewing pot. This should do it. Please clear the table. Making dinner here at Sasazuka's place before heading home was part of my everyday routine. Does that mean I cook 2 dinners every day? I looked up and saw a kitchen knife, cutting board, pots, and pans. These cooking utensils were brand new, as if they'd been put there just for me. I think they were. I felt that Sasazuka's colorless room now had a touch of my color in it. That makes me happy.
What are you grinning at? Creepy.
Hey, don't you think it's kind of rude for a man to call a woman creepy?
Look in the mirror. You'll see that I'm right. Anyway, plate that food up. That curry better be mild.
Even while complaining, he carried the plates. Sasazuka does seem slightly kinder than before. Maybe. Oh, maybe we can keep working on that. He sat down and put his hands together. When he silently dug in with his spoon, I watched him quietly with a smile. How does it taste?
I don't need to tell you.
I guess just the fact that he's eating it means it's good? I won't know unless you tell me. I'm not as perceptive as you are.
It's not bad.
But he blushes saying it. As he mumbled those half-hearted complimentary words, I knew for sure I saw his cheek flush slightly. He probably realized it too, because he immediately frowned and then tried to play it off.
Geez, I didn't ask you, and you keep making food every night before going home. You're like what, a maid or something?
If you're annoyed by my cooking here, then fix your diet.
Then I won't.
Huh? That means...
Don't say it out loud. It's embarrassing stupid.
After we finished eating... So he wants me to come over here and cook every day, in spite of his complaining. After we finished eating... We had a conversation about work over a cup of tea. Investigations HQ is getting disbanded?
Yeah, it was set up as a special division in response to the unprecedented incidents. The cleanup work is dying down, so it will be officially disbanded next week.
I see. The incident was solved, so that was expected. Even so... If Investigations HQ disbands, you'll return to the Metropolitan office, right?
Probably. You feel lonely?
Yes, very lonely.
You're real direct about this stuff, huh? It makes me feel embarrassed listening to you.
But don't you feel lonely? Not at all?
Don't get clingy on me. It's just normal.
That's not an answer. Does it make you feel lonely or not?
No comment.
Denied. He threw my coat at me and pointed over at the door with an annoyed look on his face.
Come on, it's time to go home. I'll walk you, so hurry up.
I've been thinking this recently, but this relationship is so one-sided from my end.
What are you talking about?
You could at least say that it'd make you feel a little bit lonely.
Look, even if you're lonely, Shinjuku Police Station is only 15 minutes from the Metropolitan Office.
Oh, that's not that far.
If we went to meet, it's real close. We're in different departments anyway, so even if we're in different offices, it doesn't change much.
It's a matter of emotion.
Are you telling me that just because we're apart in distance, our emotions will drift apart?
That's not what I meant.
This is what you've been thinking recently. You say you like me, but you really don't trust me at all.
Oh, that's not true.
Then just stand proud, even if the HQ disbands, or we change workplaces. What matters most is our feelings for each other.
Sasazuka, you don't usually say things outright, but you do this from time to time. It's not fair.
I only say things to you.
Jeez. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah. If you're still worried, then you better hang on tight.
He held out his arm to urge me. I realize his intentions and quickly take hold of his arm. And yet he looks terribly disgruntled. Even if we don't work at the same place, Sasazuka, you're still my partner.
You don't need to emphasize that. I know.
As always, Sasazuka's words were overly blunt and direct. But, as if to make up for that, there was an emotion in the strength of his arm. Even in the brisk January weather, I felt his warmth. I felt his emotions through that much more strongly than I did with mere words.
Besides, you talk about being lonely, but there's a simple solution to that.
Huh? Moving in together?
Hurry up and get the spoiled brothers of yours to be independent, and we can live together.
I almost agreed to that, so I stopped. Sorry, Kazuki. I couldn't throw out my brother when my parents entrusted him to me. Besides, I was still worried about whether or not Kazuki could live independently yet. He can live with Ishiki. Knowing my internal conundrum, my lover teasingly laughed at me.
I'm letting you go home because that noisy brother of yours will start to cry. But when the time comes, I'm keeping you to myself. You got that?
That sounded like such a sweet threat. This was how my lover expressed his love. So I answered him with my greatest smile. Yes, I'll be looking forward to it.
Why do you look so happy? Jeez. You stupid cat.
Oh, that was sweet. Darn it, Kazuki, we gotta find you a new roommate. Alright, so yeah, the next episode will be his extra and the blighted love ending. And I always do the extra first so that people can see the happy stuff and then stop playing the video when the bad stuff starts. And I'll also do my final thoughts in that video as well. So hope to see you there or in some of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye, everybody.